Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I have gloves on because Chicago poet Janet Kuypers here is in Austin, Texas, where it's so much warmer than it is in Chicago. I should look up on my phone what the temperature is in Chicago right now. See if, I can't even do this because I don't have fingerprints to do it. To find out if it's possible to find out the temperature in Chicago. Probably 10 or 20 below. I'm totally taking a guess. Totally am guessing. But the thing is, right now in Austin, because a solar storm or a polar storm has come through, Austin has lost all power. It is 7 degrees, 8 degrees, 17 degrees. I think it might be upwards of 20 degrees right now, but this is 2 days without power, which is really cold inside of my house. And people can rip on me, but you left. Well, I didn't want to leave, trust me. And this is why I'm wearing this hooded thing and gloves. And this is why there are candles everywhere. My child, please tell me your problems, because it looks like a cathedral thing or something and not an actual poetry reading, but I wanted to be able to share poetry, just a little bit of poetry with you guys. And I might have to take off my gloves for this. I'm so not looking forward to this. But I hear we might have power by tomorrow night. We'll see what happens with that. But I thought I would share with you one poem. One, because it's really cold here, from the Scars Publications Down in the Dirt, September to December 2020 issue collection book that is titled Late Frost, which is so perfect, not only for Chicago nights, but for Austinites, because I was going around this morning and photographing palm trees with ice and snow hanging on all of the fronds all over the place. It was absolutely crazy. So it seemed totally perfect. I think he's laughing over there for that one. But I thought I would share with you one poem from this book, Late Frost. Late Frost. Yay, yay, yay. Oh, I wish it was a late frost. This is a very early frost for us, but probably the only frost. Although I hear a northern storm is coming through tomorrow. Lucky us. But who knows? We might have energy by tomorrow, so I might be able to be warm and not set up a tent over my bed to keep the heat in, which is what the two of us did. Crazy. But it actually worked. It totally worked.
No weather.
I remembered when we were camping. Oh, I'm so sounding above it all. When we were camping in Antarctica.
Mm-hmm.
And they gave us bivy sacks, which are like condoms for yourself. I mean, you don't get a tent. Oh, it's like an over-exaggerated sleeping bag. And I remember they gave me one, and I said, I'll need a tall. I'm almost 6 feet tall. And they're like, no, you won't. You'll get a regular. Because you're female, you mustn't be tall, even though I was taller than the prick face that was giving them out. And then John, my 6'4" husband, comes up and he says, I'll need an extra tall. He says, okay, and he gives him an extra tall, and he opens up the bag, and it was also a regular. And so the two of us had 2 small sleeping bags, or bivy sacks, or glorified condoms for ourselves to sleep in when we were there. But I was freezing, but it was a vague way to cover yourself up. And I was thinking of that when I was like, hey, we've got a sleeping bag. Or not a sleeping bag, we've got a tent. We should use that and contain our heat. And so even though we didn't have stakes to drive it down, we have to move candles around because I've got so many of them, and I hope I don't set myself on fire doing that. But even though we didn't have stakes to lock it in place, we're like, let's put a lot of pillows in different corners, and we'll have a tent over our bed. And it contained a lot of the air, and when you don't have any heat coming in, trust me, that was insanely helpful. But I thought, because I was thinking about all the things that you do in the crappiest of times, that I would share with you a poem about the end of times that appears in this book, as I said, Late Frost. Thank you for the glasses. Late Frost from Dawn of the Dirt magazine, Scars Publications, the September through December 2020 issue book, collection book, and this is called Understand the Power. It was actually written on the 17th of December, which is the anniversary of the Aztec calendar / Sunstone discovery. It was actually discovered, and we got to learn things about other cultures. What? What is that, learning other cultures? We're over here like in our hyper gear, and I'm all right. This is called Understand the Power. Humankind has a penchant for thinking the end is near, whether it be from biblical tellings of the Book of Revelations to mankind's fault with our technology for the calendar change to 2000, or the unimaginably different Aztec apocalyptic cataclysms. We visited New York City when the millennium changed and saw that nothing changed. Nothing fell apart. And we went to a members-only sportsmen's club for beers on December 12th, 2012 to toast the Mayan prophecies that never happened. However, we all have something in common with every civilization. Some of us believe that the end is near, whether it be from climate change, ice ages to droughts or floods, or crater smashes, maybe a comet with the explosion raining ash down over civilization, nearly extinguishing all of life, or whether we think our own mistakes will be our own downfall, from computers not understanding calendar changes to make our technological world go black, or else it's just the right leaders making just the wrong decisions and starting mass nuclear annihilation, destroying mankind planet-wide. So, yeah, all of us may have thought about it, and all of us may have tried to understand. The disconcerting, the frightening things are that the Aztecs culture, whose history is patchy now only because Spanish conquest destroyed them, but the Aztec apocalypse story is so different from all others because they believed all that destruction already happened. This world is not the first. Take it from the Aztecs and their calendar, sunstone discovery, centuries old, a calendar used for astrology, chronology, or even the religious worship. It could have been for their sun gods, but this discovery is one of the few things we revere from a civilization that never passed the Stone Age, but still knew of for suns, eras, movements in history. We may never have all the pieces to fully understand the power the Aztec civilization possessed in truly understanding our world. Now, the sunstone, which was first found laying horizontally, is revered as artwork when viewed on a wall for aesthetic beauty only. In doing this, we continue to fail to understand what one society understood, revered, and feared. So, with only part of the pieces shown incorrectly to help us fail to understand, we continue to worry about the end, how it may come, and without all the pieces together, we still wonder if we can truly be at peace in our world. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I am just giving you one poem. I will share a few more end of the year, maybe Christmas, maybe New Year's pieces with you in the future, but I wanted to give you guys one poem just to give you a clue of the things in history that we have found, we have discovered, and we have failed to understand. I think that's a perfect analogy. We have found, we've discovered, and we have failed to understand. We try to fit the pieces together. We do the best our little human minds can, but that doesn't mean we've got the pieces. And so, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, my children, in this holiest of places, because I've got all these candles around me. Holy cow. Tell me your sins and all will be forgiven. I don't know what, no, because I'd be in the cave, I'd be in the room for that you wouldn't be in all the candles for that, but it still seemed religious enough to pull that off. But anywho, I hope everyone is doing well right now. I hope everyone is warm. I hope everyone has heat, because I don't right now.
But everybody's doing better than we are.
Better than we are without heat, because I'm like, I got one more night. All of the hotels, if you've got the money for a hotel, don't worry, they're already taken. So screw you to us locals or whatever. But I hope everyone is remaining safe. If you are cold, the little tidbit that I learned is if you've got a tent, use it indoors. It will contain your heat and you'll stay warm. Double plus awesome. I hope everyone is staying safe and staying warm. And I hope everyone is remaining poetically inclined. And there are these really cool wine glasses around me. And I think I'm going to take this one because that white one is from the Utica Riesling, but this really good brand new release is from Wolf Creek, and it's really yummy. And I just wanted to be able to save it and have it with you guys always. But I hope everyone is remaining safe, remaining poetically inclined. And if anyone is feeling like they are lost or something, the pieces don't connect, they do. They do. If you look for the pieces, they are there and you can find them. And you're not alone in this. You are loved for everything that you do. And like I toasted with Dave Getchick from the live video feed that I had with him, I will toast with you. I hope, somebody's good. I will toast, and I will toast with my camera tank. I will toast with you guys. I hope all is very well. I hope everyone stays safe. Know that you are loved. And yay for poetry and the creative arts. And I will talk to you all very, very soon. Thank you very, very much.